fearlessly.
Okay, let me just press the got it. He is traveling.
Okay.
All right, as a preliminary matter, this is Rima Sherry, the Vice Chair of the Affordable Housing Trust for Nantucket. Permit me to confirm that all members and persons anticipated on the agenda are present and can hear me. Members, when I call your name, please respond in the affirmative. Meg Browers, where'd she go?
Aye.
Hi, okay. Dave Iverson,
Here.
Brooke Moore,
I'm here.
Penny Dye,
Here.
and staff, when I call your name, please respond in the affirmative. Haley Cook,
I'm here.
all right, and Ken Bogrand.
Ken is here. He literally just stepped out to go to the
I
restroom, I
know.
think.
Okay,
But he has
all
to
right.
say here, I know.
Yes,
He's just not at
that's-
his computer.
That's fine when he comes back. We don't have any anticipated speakers or members of the public. Good morning, or actually it's afternoon. This open meeting of the Nantucket Affordable Housing Trust is being conducted remotely pursuant to Chapter 20 of the Acts of 2021. Ensuring public access does not ensure public participation unless such participation is required by law. This meeting will feature public comment. For this meeting, the Affordable Housing Trust is convening by video conference via the Zoom app as posted on the town's website, identifying how the public may join. Please note that this meeting is being recorded and that all attendees are participating by video conference. Oh, we have another member coming on. Sean, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Thank you, Sean. That's Chantal Buzz Murphy. All right. Accordingly, please be aware that other folks may be able to see you and to take care not to screen share your computer. Anything that you broadcast may be captured by the recording. All supporting materials that have been provided members of this body are available on the town's website unless otherwise noted. The public is encouraged to follow along using the posted agenda unless we note otherwise. The ground rules are, we are now turning to the first item on the agenda. Before we do so, permit me to cover some ground rules for effective and clear conduct of our business and to ensure accurate meeting minutes. I will introduce each speaker on the agenda after they conclude their remarks. I will go down the line of members, inviting each by name to provide any comment, questions, or motions. Please hold until your name is called. Further, please remember to mute your phone or computer when you're not speaking. Please remember to speak clearly and in a way that helps generate accurate minutes. For any response, please wait until the chair yields the floor to you and state your name before speaking. If members wish to engage in a conversation with other members, please do so through the chair, taking care to identify yourself. All right, and then any items with public comment, after members have spoken, the chair will afford public comment to those members of the public that have joined the meeting via Zoom. Members of the public who wish to speak must state their names and be acknowledged by and speak through the chair. Finally, each vote taken in this meeting will be conducted by roll call vote. All right, so we have called the meeting to order. Item 2, approval of the agenda. Do I hear a motion to approve the agenda? Anyone? Okay, Dave, and second
I'll second.
Second.
from Penny. All right. And the next thing is approval of the minutes.
Do we have to vote on? Do we have to
Oh.
vote on this? Sorry.
Yeah, I guess we do have to vote on the agenda. So thank you, Penny. All right, roll call vote. Meg Browers,
Aye.
Dave Iverson,
Aye.
Brooke Moore,
Aye.
Penny Dye,
Aye.
Chantal Buzz Murphy.
Aye.
All right. All right, next, approval of the minutes from February 21st of 2023. Does anyone have any corrections or additions that they would like to add? Seeing none, I would entertain a motion to approve the minutes.
So moved.
Okay, Brooke, second. Anyone?
I'll second.
Kenny,
I'm
thank
gonna
you.
abstain because I wasn't present.
Okay, note that David Iverson is abstaining because he was not present. All right, roll call vote. Meg Bowers,
Aye.
Brooke Moore,
Aye.
Penny Dye,
Right?
Chantal Boyce Murphy,
Aye.
and I'm an aye. And I was an aye for those other ones too. All right, public comment. We have one member of the public. We have Elizabeth Blair from Housing Nantucket. Is there any public comment? Seeing none. I'm going to move on to item 5, which is Advocacy Day in Boston to support the transfer fee legislation. And this is a reminder announcement that on March 23rd, 2023, join Islanders from Nantucket and Martha's Vineyard to advocate at the State House on Beacon Hill for the Housing Bank transfer fee. There will be press events at State House, meetings with legislators, and we need your help to make an impact with as many Nantucketers as possible. Transportation costs and lunch will be provided to those traveling with us from Nantucket. We will leave Nantucket on the 7:40 a.m. ferry and return on the 3:05 p.m. ferry. The first 100 people to sign up and attend will receive a t-shirt. Please email Haley Cook at hcook, that's with an E, at nantucket-mash.ma.gov. And that is on our website if you need to do that, if you're interested in attending. And Brooke.
Haley, how many people have you heard from?
So far, I think we have about 15 people signed up, but I'm getting emails like pretty much daily, a couple people trickling in. So definitely promote it to your networks. Housing Nantucket is going to post something on their social media. I've talked to Anne, and we're going to be posting on the town social media shortly. And definitely let us know. And if for members on the trust, I've only heard from one of you. So if you are interested in coming, just let me know. That's all.
All right, Penny.
Yes, through you to Haley. I think we should consider posting on some of the digital media platforms, like The Current or Daybreak.
Yeah,
I think
definitely.
one of the Current did put it up to put a blurb once, and hopefully they'll do it again. When it's a little closer, maybe.
Thank you.
I think
No.
I might have seen it in Daybreak as well.
Okay, they're copy. Meg.
Thank you. Through you to Haley, are you in charge of the social media, or do you have to send it through to like Florencia or someone?
Florencia is in charge of it. She's actually working on a graphic for
cool.
us. So I'm happy to send it to you, Meg, if you want as well for your foundation to repost
Yeah, that'd be
it.
great.
Okay, great. I emailed her this morning just asking her an update from that. So I will let you know as soon as I hear.
Yeah.
Cool. And I was just gonna say, if you tag Community Foundation, the Inquirer and Mirror, Daybreak, and Current, usually the Inquirer and Mirror tries to beat out, but doesn't beat out the Current in reporting. So it's a little like race. And then if you tell, if you send, like if you have a press release or an email to Daybreak, they're really great about reporting on anything for the island and will probably pick it up as much as they can regularly. And if you have an email that you've sent out, I mean, I can just take like this blurb off of the agenda, but Sunny could send that. I just didn't know if we had like a formal thing we wanted to send out, or do you want me to just grab some language and have her send it out?
Yeah, through you, Rima, back to Meg. Definitely take that blurb and send that out if you like. Florencia is kind of the lead on all of that. So I will send her that just as a reminder to tag those people. As you said, that's a great idea. And ask her about what outreach she's done and what outreach I could help her with as well. Because I definitely want to get the word out as much as possible. So good thought on tagging so that they can reshare, and I will.
It's a lot easier, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So
and I'm also just remembering, I probably need you to send me the email with a request to send it to the nonprofit listserv before, so that we can forward your email.
Okay,
That's
so I'll
usually the
do
flow.
that and I'll just send it to you with that blurb and get that information out to you. No problem. I'll do that today.
Perfect.
Great, thanks.
Great.
Brooke,
Haley, if you could also just give us a heads up when it's been posted on social media in case it doesn't. I'm not on Facebook that much, but
Okay.
if I get a heads up to look for it, I can share it. And
Okay.
and also maybe a letter to the editor of the Inky with just the 2 paragraphs. Because everybody reads the letter to the editor,
that's very true.
looking for juicy stuff.
Or ink
David.
here.
Yeah, and to the current. I mean, people are starting
Yeah.
to, so both, I would say.
Yeah, I'll follow up with Jason because I know he covered it on my current, but maybe he would do it again as a effort to really get a lot of people out here.
Okay,
Great, thank you.
good. All right. Item 6, communications outreach plan for town meeting discussion. This is something, that's got, I think if we can hash out a basic plan and today that we all feel okay with, then we can start putting out feelers to find a local marketing person or graphics person or, video person, whatever, to hopefully put this together quickly. So thoughts, Brooke?
So I just talked to Tucker, who's in St. John. I thought he was coming to the meeting, but he and Brian have a meeting with Grant on Friday with Grant Sanders, who's a potential graphics person to work with us. I had actually reached out to Yellow Productions, who did the video for Ripple Effect a few years ago. And I got a quote for an updated video, and she did it as a quote to the trust, which was interesting because I wear so many hats. And the timeline is really short for town meeting, but it was, it's not an insignificant amount of money, but I do think that maybe we should consider doing it as a trust project. And sort of the idea I had was, obviously they're the experts, but I was thinking something along the lines of drone footage of all the sites that we've done housing or are going to do housing with some narrative voiceover and graphics, on number of units to be created. And I think it's probably a worthy project for us, whether we get it in time for town meeting or not. And so I should have, maybe I can share. Anyway, maybe the communication subcommittee can look at that quote. I mean, I was going to call her off just because I don't have time to coordinate it. But maybe if it becomes a trust project and somebody's willing to take it on and work with them, we could make it happen by town meeting. Just dawned on me.
Was it under our $10,000 umbrella? You don't have to tell me how much it was, but if it was.
No, I mean, I'm happy to tell you what it was because it was done to the trust. Interestingly, hang on one second. Let me look it up while you guys keep talking.
Okay. And I want to thank everybody for the feedback that they sent through Haley. That was all really important, good stuff. And it will help whoever we do hire to come up with stuff. David, you are muted.
Yeah, I'm muted. I love Brooke's idea. My biggest concern is that we get information out in a timely manner for town meeting in a form that is easily digestible and that has time to penetrate the community. Because that's really the reason we're doing this. And I'm not saying that I don't think we should do what Brooke wants to do. I just think we really need to focus on having it done in time with plenty of time to disseminate.
Agreed. So, Brooke, did they give us an idea of how much time they would need? She's getting there. Meg, in the meantime.
So if you, I could answer that. The quote was $12,000 and the deliverable date was April 18th,
All right,
which is a
Well-
couple weeks before town meeting. It feels a little tight.
okay, yeah, and that would require an RFP.
It would require an RFQ, which is sending out to at least three vendors, and that's
Okay.
going to take time and blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. So
Yeah.
I would say, though she did say they would do a 20% discount because we're a nonprofit, so that would bring it under
Okay,
10.
okay, good to know.
So we would have to, I mean, if we're going to do this, we'd have to decide and someone would have to take the lead and do this like tomorrow. So it's a bit of a rush.
All right, well, Meg, your hands up.
My thought was that taking the feedback we all gave through Haley, doing that research to come up with the numbers for the infographics, it's about 2 months and 2 weeks away, right? And we kind of need someone to clean up and streamline the messaging itself. And then we would need someone to create the graphics. And I think we could find someone to do that and utilize social media, the newsletter, the town social media, and maybe like some current ads and Daybreak ads and like a radio ad to try and reach the year-round community for around or well under that 9,000. Even though I love Yellow Productions and I love what they do, I think that's such a short timeline for us to have like like a month and whatever to utilize the product. But I think we kind of need a marketing, graphic design, branding person to take it over and do the work. If we're going to spend like 10 grand, that's just my 2 cents. So I think there are those people out there. I have some suggestions of people that I've worked with in the past, but it'd be really nice if somebody could just, even if they came up with like 5 to 10 slides for Haley to use on social media and to use and reformatted for Current and Daybreak, you get the gist of what I'm saying.
Thank you. Yeah, I like the idea of radio ads, and I'm thinking little quick blurbs, like a series, maybe of 3 or 5 different ones with different pieces of information that could kind of go through. But again, that's, I don't know what their nonprofit fees are. That could get expensive, but little quick hits kind of do penetrate the brain when they are heard in repetition over a month or so. So anybody else? Penny, have anything? No? Well, I guess, yeah, we understand that it needs to be quick, it needs to be affordable, it needs to be easy to read. I think we do have great information and that it can be streamlined into, a simplified, penetrating message. And so I'm not worried about that, but so Brooke, what do you think? You think that we should kind of maybe we don't really have time? I feel like we don't have time to make a real decision on Yellow. And, let's just go with something not quite as bells and whistles, but just that we can get out, just blanket, the brain of Nantucket somehow.
Yeah, that's my gut instinct that the timeline's too short for this. That's
Yeah.
kind of,
Yeah.
but I thought I'd just bring it up. And so we could agree to reject it.
Okay. David.
And I'm sure we've talked about this. I know we've talked about this, but I just wanted to throw it back out there. Is a possibility of a handout at town meeting,
Oh, yeah.
is to take the core of this that we do, just in basic numbers and everything else, and make sure it's in everyone's hand at town meeting.
Yeah. We've done that before, and we can do it again. And it's, that's always helpful, I think, because, when you're bored, you sit there and you read what people hand to you. Meg,
If we could poach the land council's recommendation sheet idea, I don't know what our lobbying parameters are, but if we could make any recommendations on how, no, we
No.
cannot make any recommendations.
no, basically, we're gonna let people know exactly, you know, what we have accomplished, what we plan to accomplish, how we want to use the money, if they're, you know, give us the grace of a positive vote and give us the money, but we don't say, give us the money. We just say, this is what we want to do. Brooke.
So I had a conversation with town council about this, and public assets can be used to support warrant articles at town meeting. If this group were to officially, now we've had discussions about whether that makes sense, but it is okay for us to comment positively on warrant articles for town meeting as a group, as individuals. But we cannot advocate for a ballot measure.
Yeah,
So,
So we can say we support Article 1, but we can't say vote yes on Article 1.
so we could say vote yes on the warrant article. We can say we have a recommendation on a warrant article for town meeting, but we cannot say, and you need to vote on the corresponding ballot measure. But what we can do
Oh.
is remind people that there is a corresponding ballot measure and that election day is on May 23rd. So you can speak to the fact that it requires, maybe not. There's a very fine line, but we can vote to support, to put an official support on a warrant article and speak to it at town meeting as a board. We could do that. So
okay, good. Haley,
There's the unmute button. I was going to ask, this might be premature, but is there, I don't know that we decided if we were going to have a series of meetings with the communications subdivision on this, or if we wanted to continue doing the 2 meetings a week with the full trust. What were your thoughts on that? That's for anyone.
thoughts of the board. We have to call the meetings anyway. So, and if we're still have other little bits and pieces of agenda items, I think probably just to continue on and, you know, hope we have a quorum. Could we have a meeting without a quorum that's public if we stated that it was a subcommittee? Okay. Penny says no, Brooke says yes.
So we could vote to form a subcommittee, and that subcommittee would have its own membership and its own quorum, and it would have to have a public meeting. So in other words, if we appointed 3 people to a subcommittee,
Right.
2 would have to attend to form a quorum, and there would have to be minutes taken for that meeting. So a working group for communications could be, it exists. We could formalize the membership today, and they could post and hold public meetings, and their quorum would be a quorum of a majority of the appointed members to the subcommittee.
All right.
So if that's 3 or 4, you know, it best to be an odd number. So if we appointed 3 people, then 2 would have to be present for there to be that public meeting.
All right. How does everybody feel about that? I think that, you know, we've worked with subcommittees in the past, and it's been a good way to move things forward. And then we, you know, bring it to the whole group for any big decisions. So in the past, Brooke and I were on this committee, and you know, Brooke's like, yes, I've had enough. I get it. So are there 2 other people that would like to jump on? Penny, you had expressed interest in the past.
I had expressed interest before I realized the time constraints I have between now and early May. So I don't think I'll be an effective member for
Okay,
this particular time.
all right.
I've got some travel planned.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
All right. Anyone else? If not, we could just work with staff and bring it to our regular meetings for any real decisions. Brooke?
Because Brian is already talking to Grant, it's sort of like he's sort of already doing it. So since he's
Okay.
not here, I suggest we appoint Brian, Rima, and Meg to become the members of the communications subcommittee. And then you guys schedule and hold meetings. And if Brian's unable to attend, the two of you can work, you're a
Alright.
quorum. So
Okay.
be careful what happens when you don't show up to a meeting, Brian Sullivan.
Excuse me, my hand was raised. I was volunteering for the subcommittee.
Oh, there we go.
My little
I'd be
hand up
happy to
there.
pass it along to Chantal.
That'd be great. All right. Let's just say that this is volunteered informally because we don't have an action item on this, on the agenda for this. But I think that we're allowed to volunteer and move forward from here. So, and Haley.
Okay, so Brian, Rima, and Chantal, I would be happy to email you individually, because if I email you as a group, we can't do that. And find out times that work for you, for us to meet, and decide how often we want to meet. And then I will work with Erica to get a Zoom, or we can meet in the office, but I'll help us schedule everything, and get the meetings and the agendas
Yeah.
up and all of that.
And an office is fine for me to,
Okay.
don't mind coming downtown and Sean is,
Right next
upstairs.
door. Yeah.
And Brian's all the way on
Okay.
Main Street.
That might be simpler too, and then we wouldn't necessarily need to
Have
Zoom
to
it.
have to do the whole Zoom situation. But
Yeah.
it would be posted and we do it in the conference room. So if anyone,
Right.
public person wanted to show up, they would be welcome. All
Sounds
right.
good.
I think that sounds good. If Brian has information from his meeting, then maybe we can disperse that information via email to trust members. Good. Okay, down payment assistance program. Item 7. Brooke, when you update on what you've been trying to do with our favorite banker.
Yes, I've been trying to meet, and with between the vacation week and my travel and stuff, I have not gotten anything to bring to you guys. I apologize. I do have some questions out to Beth Ann by email, and I think what we need to figure out is this even possible for the closings out at Richmond? Given the timeline, and it just seems unlikely to me because I know town council who would have to review the legal documents. They're trying to get our RFPs finalized and out for the properties, and I don't want to add anything else to her plate. So I suspect unless there's a delay in the construction schedule out there or the closing schedule that gives us a little more time, it seems unlikely that this is going to happen for those homeowners. But I do want to keep it on our, not have it get all the way to the back burner again and then be a fire drill the next set of houses that come along. So I want to keep this moving forward. And I do believe that we have, it has been confirmed that there are some funds available from the current year budget, like the $2 million housing department budget that could fund this. Because it's not fundable through borrowing authorizations that we have. And if we get the override, that money also can be used direct to do a down payment assistance program. So I think having a intentional conversation about where this would be funded is also important, and sort of maybe creating a bucket for piloting this the next sort of go around of. And it could be for covenant buyers. We could roll it out for covenant buyers in the next fiscal year, starting July 1 or something like that, if we don't make it for this set of closings out of Richmond.
Brooke, have you come across any sample applications that other towns have used?
Yeah, we would not have to reinvent the wheel, honestly,
that's
from
what I figured.
scratch.
Maybe Haley, if you are willing to look at some sample applications and then kind of integrate them with the way, we've done our closing cost assistance and put
Yeah.
together a draft for an application that we can start to look at. And then, when Vicky is less under the gun, she can take a gander. But we could probably get that, happening. So we have something.
Oh, I'm looking at a timeline for the closings out there.
Mhm.
It's like May and August, so we have time.
Yeah. So I think,
Okay, great.
if we get
Let's
an
keep this
application
moving.
happening and we have funds somewhere, then, let's go forward and call it a pilot, Brooke.
Haley, I'll send you some stuff that I've gotten from Beth Ann, and we can, maybe
Yeah,
you and I schedule a time to talk this through.
Sure, yeah. Will you CC Tucker as well, so he's aware as
Yep.
well? Cool,
Yep.
thanks.
Sure thing.
Any other input, feedback on this from trust members? No? Do we all think it's a great idea? Yeah, I'm not very enthusiastic. Okay. Other business, item 8. Don't have any. Okay. Oh, yeah. Brooke.
Oh my gosh, what did I want to? I'm sorry, everybody seems a little distracted today, including me.
It's the moon.
Yeah, there was something I wanted to, I wanted to just tell you guys that the last foundation holes have been dug at 31 Fairgrounds. So the last building sets and the race to the finish line is, I've been watching the progress over there, and it's pretty cool.
It's
So
so exciting.
yeah.
Yes. I'm very, very happy with that. Okay, good. Let's see. So, and I'll say that was board comments. Any other board comments? All right. Let's see. All right. Well, I guess we ready to call it a day? All right. Could I entertain the motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion that we adjourn the meeting.
Second.
Oh, wait, I said, Ann Kuspa is sending a little chat out quick, asking about the RFP. Vicky has them and they're final, all the RFPs are being finalized with town council. And that particular RFP, we really wanted an as-built to go with it of existing conditions as far as the infrastructure that's in. So we apparently have been waiting for Leo Asadorian to get that finished, and Vicky's cracking the whip. So hopefully it'll happen soon. Brooke.
It's also under review at procurement. They have it too. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, we've done all our part and we have handed it off to the higher ups to finish it. All right. Anything else? Ken.
Just one thing. My understanding is that they are prioritizing and they're going to be doing the Amelia one first and the other ones follow up so that it doesn't all go out at the same time.
Good. Okay. Right. If you see Leo, say hi. Hey, Leo. Get going. All right. I can now entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
From Penny. Second. From David. By roll call. Brooke Moore,
Aye.
Meg Bowers,
Aye.
Penny Dye,
Aye.
David Iverson,
Aye.
Chantal Boys Murphy,
Aye.
and I'm an I. We're done. All right.
Bye, everybody.
See you on the 21st.